I'm really excited to have the opportunity to teach younger kids about the benefits of saving and spending through our book called Oh, the Money You'll Save. It's an economic take on Dr. Seuss's Oh, the Places You'll Go.
We hope that the kids will learn about the benefits of costs and savings and what the right choices are to make.
We're really excited about it because it's a rhyming book, so it's fun. And it's really easy to understand.
And it gives kids a chance to learn about economics through something that's fun instead of like sitting through notes.
Our story was about a Dr. Seuss book, The Cat in the Hat, and we changed it into The Money in the Bank and teaching kids how to save money and so they won't be stuck at home all day being bored. And I think it will teach children that they need to learn how to save at a young age, and then so when they get out of high school they will know how to save for college, and it will be much better for them in the long run.
That's okay. I'm excited to teach the kids about the costs and benefits of
I
saving.
think this project is important because it's always good for young kids to get a head start on learning things, and for younger kids to get a head start on learning finances before they're even into high school or even middle school. That is very important.
What we taught was that kids need to, save their money correctly. And the story was about these three college students. They all got into college at the same time. They're all friends, but they all chose different career paths based on the debt that they got into. LeGarrette was an athlete, and he basically relied on his athleticism to do things. And after he got hurt, he had to take out a bunch of loans and stuff to get through college once his scholarship ran out, and he ended up with nothing left. So he ended up with nothing. Then there was a doctor. He ended up very successful because he managed his money correctly and got a degree being a doctor. And then there was the third guy. He ended up getting in debt early and spending his things on dumb items, and he ended up a janitor. So what it was basically supposed to teach the kids was, get into school, manage your money correctly, and don't get into debt.
I enjoyed this because I got to work with my friends, and we kind of got to use our imagination to come up with a story that taught little kids how to finance their money correctly and how to do wise things and make the right choices in college.
This project, you had to pick a story to talk about, and we came up with Jack and the Beanstalk because we thought that it was a story that a lot of kids would know. I mean, I grew up knowing it. I think most kids do. We thought of a couple different other ones, but we really like Jack and the Beanstalk because the fact the beanstalk is growing, and we decided to correlate Jack and the Beanstalk to government bonds. So because Jack gets the beans from the old man, it's like we're saying the beans are bonds, and the bonds grow, and at the end of it, we kind of skip the part where Jack goes and fights the giant and everything, and just skip the part where he gets the riches. So the bond grows, and then at the end he gets the riches once the bond is fully grown.
An economic take of Jack and the Beanstalk. We call it Jack and the Bean Bond. In the story, Jack is like anybody who's reading it, who's starting their own bond, and then the cow represents the money that they have originally, and then when he trades it in to the old man, which is the government, then he gets the magic beans, which are the bonds. And then when he plants them, and makes the bond, the bean bond grows, and that's to show over the period of time how much money he's actually made. And then in the story he goes back to the old man to try and figure out how he actually gets the money out. So again, the old man is the government. And then he chops down the bean bond to show him actually getting the money.
Closing the bond account and getting the money. So we named it Jack and the Bean Bond.
We're really excited to get the opportunity to teach the kids about Jack and the Bean Bond. I think they'll really relate to it, mostly because they know the story already, but it's taking kind of what they would find a boring subject and putting a fun spin on it. So
it even helped me understand bonds better. We're learning it in class, but even doing the project, I learned a lot more about the bonds, and putting it together with the story, it helped me understand it more too. So I think it'll really help the kids out for understanding these economic terms. Thank you, Mrs. Grant, for giving us this opportunity to do this great activity. It's been a lot of fun, and I've learned a lot from it.
We definitely recommend that other teachers from other schools should introduce this project to their kids and see if they want to do it. It's really fun.